Hello there, I'm Mr. Vlad, and I thought it would be a great idea to wear nothing but a t-shirt and a hoodie out in the evening. Let's just say nothing teaches you a lesson like freezing your damn nuts off. Today's video is about Syndicates. They were introduced with Update 15, along with Archwing and Limbo, as well as a lot of new content. So, what are Syndicates? Syndicates are a group that you can initiate yourself with by going to the Syndicate interface next to the navigation console. You'll see there are 6 different syndicates that you can initiate yourself with. Before you choose to sacrifice credits and materials to initiate yourself with a syndicate, take a look at their offerings. These are the items that you will gain access to as you progress through the ranks of the syndicate. How do you progress through their ranks? It's simple, you do missions. All missions you do will give you standing, which is what you need to buy offerings and progress through the ranks. To gain standing, you have to have a sigil quote-unquote equipped. To equip it, you have to initiate yourself with the sacrifice system. This will unlock the first sigil of the syndicate you initiated yourself with. Once you do that, you head over to your arsenal and then go to the appearance tab of your Warframe. After that, you click on Regalia and then it offers you to choose your front or back sigil. You can only have it displayed on one side, not both. You can also modify the size, position, and transparency of the sigil. You have to do this for each individual Warframe you own. There are different sigils that you unlock by progressing through the ranks. You have to buy them using the standing you gain by completing missions. These other sigils do not currently give you any extra standing for using them, but the developers have confirmed that they will be adding boosts to them in the next major patch, 15.1. At least that's what I understood from watching the Halloween dev stream. Keep in mind that each syndicate has an ally syndicate, a syndicate they're opposed to, and an enemy. These alliances and oppositions have an effect on your standing with those syndicates. For instance, gaining 100 standing with Cephalon Suda will increase standing with Arbiters of Hexes by 50 because they're allies. It will reduce standing with the Red Veil by 50 because they're opposed, and reduce standing with the New Loka by 100 because they're enemies. So what happens when a syndicate is pissed off at you? Well, you are marked by them. You can check each syndicate to see what they send after you depending on how much you've pissed them off. For instance, New Loka sends squads or platoons of Ancient Healer Examai after you. Now back to ranks. Each rank will require more materials, which become harder to get. For instance, for the first rank up with Cephalon Suda, you'll require 2 control modules. For the second rank up, it requires a Forma, and so on. Now, what are the rewards that you can look forward to from gaining ranks with the different syndicates? Well, the first real reward you get is on the first rank up. You unlock a Spectre. The type of Spectre is different from syndicate to syndicate. After the second rank up, you unlock Tower 4 Void Keys. The mission type also changes from syndicate to syndicate. After the third rank up, you unlock special mods for specific weapons which will only affect those weapons. You can look at the offerings list to see what kind of mods each syndicate offers. After the fourth and final rank up, you unlock Augmented Abilities. Augmented Abilities basically alter your abilities in a specific way. Again, looking at the list of offerings of each syndicate shows you which augmented abilities they are offering. If these offerings sound a bit disappointing or not worth it, keep in mind that the developers have confirmed that they are adding more offerings soon. So what's the best way to grind out standing with syndicates? Well, it depends on which mission type you enjoy the most. From what I've seen, defense missions seem to award the most standing for the amount of time spent in them, assuming you spend 1.5 minutes per wave. Next in line after that seems to be survival missions, with about 70 to 80% of the time efficiency of defense missions. After survival, we have excavation missions, which can vary greatly depending on how many extractors at a time your group can do. In my opinion, interception missions are at a tie with excavation missions. The other mission types aren't really a good idea to grind standing with. Another way to get standing with a syndicate is to do the syndicate missions. You unlock these after you rank up the first time. Apparently, each rank up unlocks more missions and they seem to reset once a day, but I just haven't paid enough attention to say that with certainty, so feel free to correct me if it's some other time period for the syndicate mission reset. For the first rank up, these missions seem to grant 220 to 570 standing and seem to be pretty low level. I still haven't reached the second rank with any of my syndicates, but I assume the second rank opens new syndicate missions that reward more standing and are higher level, thereby more difficult, adding a sense of progression to your syndicate ranks. That's just about everything I had to say about syndicates in Warframe. If this video helped you figure out something about syndicates, leave a like. It takes a second of your time but helps me out a shit ton. Click subscribe to win the game.